With the right referee, nothing can go wrong.
Good evening. This is Frank Boff bringing you the stories behind the news. For weeks now, we've been searching for one man, and tonight a mysterious telephone call has brought us here, in front of Cleopatra's Needle. Yes, here to the Thames Embankment, a place which attracts all classes of society, from the good people down to the dregs of humanity. Many viewers will remember some months ago a football match between Sebastopol Rangers and Wood Lane Athletic.
Just a moment. That's the camera!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this man, Mr. Eric Sykes, is the referee of that most controversial match.
I have nothing to hide.
Then may I ask why you're so obviously wearing a false beard?
No.
Well, ever since that match, we've been trying to persuade Mr. Sykes into a studio in order to get from him the full story, but he has continually refused.
How did you know I'd be here?
Well, I told them.
Look, Harriet, you know I'm trying to forget it. Look at the things I've been through at the house. Kids blowing whistles, bus conductors, get off. Every time I saw Mr. Brown, he had a notebook out.
Well, that's why I think you ought to tell your side of the story to clear yourself.
I have nothing to hide. I told all of the effing inquiry I have nothing to hide.
Weren't you suspended, though?
Yes, from a lamppost.
If it wasn't for the policeman.
The policeman? It was the constable who lifted me up.
It was a very brave and courageous thing you did that day. Mr. Boff, viewers, it all happened on the day of a football match. I was waiting for the paper boy to arrive, and Eric was still asleep. Well, he's a very late sleeper. Oh, the paper boy's late this morning, Peter. Yes, I know it's Saturday, but it's still late. Ah, I think that's him now. Yes. Oh, there they are.
Morning.
Morning, Milkman.
Yeah. I just heard a very funny thing.
What's that?
I don't know how to tell you, really.
What?
I just met a fella down the street.
Yeah.
He told me.
What? What did he tell you? Come on.
You'd never believe it. He told me that your brother Eric, he's going to referee the big match this afternoon.
Well, he is. Here it is. Look, the referee is Mr. Eric Sykes.
Stone the crows. If you've got the match for a draw, a home and an away, you've still no chance of winning.
I think Sebastopol Rangers will win, so there.
Here, you got a bet on them?
Well, I've got a friendly arrangement with the lady at the bread shop, yes.
Right. Thanks for the tip. Sebastopol Rangers, eh? Get a bit. Oh, that's a good in there.
The referee is Mr. Eric Sykes. The referee is Mr. Eric Sykes. The referee is Mr. Oh, Eric, you're in all the papers. Oh, you look wonderful.
Thank you, Peter. Now, what told us about the papers?
Well, sit down, have a cup of tea, and we'll go through them.
One moment.
What?
I'll sit there, then.
Oh. Eric, how did you come to be picked to be referee?
It's the most important match of the season. They wanted someone they could trust, someone they could rely on. Someone who knew the game backwards. Kindly, yet firm. Someone with the ability to earn the respect of both teams.
And in spite of all that, they still chose you. No, I didn't mean that unkindly. As a matter of fact, it's rather a compliment, really. Because if you did have any of those qualities, well, naturally, they would have chosen. Not that you haven't got any of those qualities, it's just... Would you like another cup of tea?
I haven't had the first one yet. You think they've made a mistake, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't. No, I mean, with such an important match like this, how could they make a mistake? It's just that I know you. I'll go and get some breakfast.
No, I don't want any breakfast.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, not now.
Oh, some nice boiled eggs.
I've lost my appetite.
And some toast. Oh, come along, Eric. You must have some.
I don't want any breakfast.
You've never missed breakfast before on such an important day like this. You must have something to eat.
I don't want any breakfast. That's final. Now, I don't want any arguments, please.
Just one egg and a little bit of toast.
What's your name?
Oh. Don't start that.
I'm not going to brook an argument.
Well, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I think...
Get off. Off. You had fair warning. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm all strung up. All right, you can come back on again.
Thank you, Eric. Actually, Eric, you were marvellous with your... that's your name and get off and everything. I thought you were just like a real referee.
Look, if I have to send someone off this afternoon, I hope he doesn't start crying like you. Oh, I'm sorry, Johnson. Dry your eyes, lad. I have to send you off. I know you kicked him in the face. Who doesn't at some time or another? How have you got your leg that high? Beats me, Johnson. You haven't split your trousers, have you? Johnson, I'm going to restart the match, and you can have first kick.
Oh, but if he's naughty, Eric, you'll have to send him off. Hello. Yes, speaking. Yes, Mr. Turnbull, I did tell the milkman that I thought Spattle Rangers had a good chance. Oh, well, just a little flutter with the lady at the bread shop, but no.
Harriet, I want you to be very honest with me. Have you had a bet on this match?
Oh, well, only 20p.
It's not the amount, it's the principle of the thing. Supposing Sebastopol Rangers win, what will people think?
But you said yourself weeks ago you thought Sebastopol Rangers would win.
Yes, but that was only before I knew I was going to referee the match.
Oh, I see. Milkman again? What does he want? Yes?
I've just been and placed a bet. Thanks for letting me know first.
No, what?
Big day, eh?
Just another day in the life of a referee.
Well, good luck. I know you won't let us down.
It's not the first match I've refereed, you know.
Oh, bet it isn't. A lovely house like this and everything. You don't get that for nothing.
Oh, no, Eric works too, you know.
Oh, yes, yes. You know, you're not the twit some people think you are. Oh, an extra pint.
Well, thank you. I've got two.
On me.
What's this for?
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Hurry, Sykes! Hurry, Sykes! Hurry, Sykes!
Is there something going on between you two?
Not that I know of. Anyway, it was you he wants to scratch his back.
You got a pint of milk from him. That's not like him. His wife only got a yoghurt on the wedding anniversary. Where do you think you're going?
Well, I'm just going down to the bread shop. I'm going to get this thing sorted out.
Okay.
Like what?
Like that in Sebastopol Rangers colours?
Oh, rubbish.
I am the referee.
Yes, but I'm not one of your players. I'm only going down to the corner. What is it?
Off. Well, Hat, do you want people to think that I am biased?
Oh, it is the lady from... Eric, this is the lady from the bread shop.
He knows.
Hello, Madge.
You've got a nerve. After all the doughnuts I've slipped in your carrier bag. And all for a measly 20p.
What's the matter?
Well, Well, when you bet me that Sebastopol Rangers would win, I didn't know that Ricky was refereeing.
Ricky?
Madge, what's that got to do with it?
Well, Hattie tipped off the milkman and my shop has been jam-packed all morning with people wanting to place bets.
Oh, dear.
You see what I mean?
I haven't sold one loaf, nothing. Not one broken biscuit.
Oh, it's all my fault.
Well, I mean, the dishonesty that goes on, the underhandedness. I mean, I've always trusted you. I've never tried to fiddle you. What about that basket of fruit I sent you when you was ill? And at half price.
Yes. Well, let's forget our 20p.
Well, I've already laid out 20 quid on Wood Lane Athletic. Makes your 20p look a bit silly, doesn't it?
Well, when you pay out, I'll go halves with you.
Just a moment. What do you mean when she pays out? I don't know who's going to win. The match hasn't started. Wood Lane Athletic might win.
They better not. I just put £50 on Sebastopol Rangers to pay off me bets for Wood Lane. So it's up to you, if you value your doughnuts.
Madge, never mind my donuts. What do you mean it's up to me?
You know full well. What upsets me is, as a friend, Ricky, you might have let me know before the odds went up.
Madge. Madge. Madge!
What's all this Ricky and Madge, then?
Never mind about that. You see what's happened now? I can't referee the match. I'll have to withdraw.
Oh, I am terribly sorry, Eric. Only she said she thought Wood Lane Athletic would win, and I said I fancied Sebastopol Rangers. So she's all right, I'll bet you 10p. Well, you know I don't bet. And the way she looked at me as much as say, she can't afford 10p. I was so red, and I said, all right, let's make it interesting. I said, and I threw 20p on the counter.
The last of the big spenders.
Well, I didn't want her to think I couldn't afford 10p.
Pride, Hat. And look what's happened now. I was looking forward to this match. The roar of the crowd, the turf under my feet, the toilet rolls. I've had a nice little haircut for you. I've had my knees rubbed with grease. And now I can't do it. I'll have to withdraw.
Oh, who's that?
That'll be the police, I'll bet.
Oh, no, it's Mr. Brown. It's Mr. Brown, Eric.
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Oh, no. Charles. I mean, I don't mind this, Mr. Brown, on weekdays, but I mean on weekends and especially on match days.
Well, Mr. Charles, you going?
No, I'm not going, actually. I'm not very interested in football. Golf's my game. I think I could have a word with you alone.
I'll get your lemons ready for half-time.
Now, look, Eric, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but are you trustworthy?
Pardon?
I mean, you wouldn't let a friend down, would
No,
you?
I definitely wouldn't let a friend down.
No, I'm glad to hear that, because I've just had a wager on Sebastopol Rangers.
Oh, no!
No, I can afford it, honestly. But you know how, in the old days I used to go on about the evils of gambling? Well, I mean, you've been so friendly that, well, I thought it'd be churlish of me to turn down your offer.
Offer? I don't know who's going to win.
Eric. Oh, think of all the times we've helped each other. Do you remember when you were burgled? You lost every stick of furniture. I lent you and your sister a chair.
You charged us rent.
Yeah, peppercorn rent. But the point is that you've been so neighbourly that I don't see how Sebastopol Rangers can lose.
Mr. Brown, Charles. If Wood Lane sweep down the field, he kicks the ball, it goes into the goal. It's not a foul, it's not offside, I go... and it's a goal.
But you don't have to blow that thing. The pea could get stuck.
The pea can't get stuck in this because this is an Acme Thunderer. It leaves me one course of...
What are you going to do?
I'm going to phone up the FA.
You can't do that when I've placed my bet. Oh, yeah, there's more to you than meets the eye. Here's £1 for yourself.
How much do you stand to win?
£250.
Oh, and you're offering me £1?
Oh, all right, I'll go to 30 shillings, but that's as far as I can go.
Mr. Brown, I wouldn't accept the 250 if you offered me the whole lot.
You wouldn't accept... I knew it. I knew it all along. You're corrupt.
Me?
Well, I mean encouraging people to lay bets when all the time you knew it was a gamble.
That's what a bet is, a gamble.
You know my opinion about gambling, Sykes. If I had my way, I'd make the whole thing illegal. But the point is, you trapped me into making a wager, and I want that wager honoured.
You're asking me to fix the match.
I am not asking you to do anything. But if I don't collect £250 by tomorrow afternoon, there'll be a discreet little telephone call to the Football Association.
Eric, have you been upsetting Mr. Brown again?
I'll tell him a thing or two.
Mr. Sykes?
Yes?
May I come in, sir?
We've been expecting you, Constable.
Eric, you remember Mr. Turnbull? He's the constable that came with us when you walked to Brighton.
Of course, I couldn't place the face, but I recognized the helmet.
Tulips, madam.
Oh, Mr. Turnbull, you shouldn't have gone to that expense.
Oh, it's no expense, madam. You see, my beat runs past the cemetery. Of course, nothing intended, you know, madam, because, I mean, I have a lovely lady wife and 4 children, you know, and the 5th on the way now, whom I am going to call Eric.
Just see what I mean? They're naming kids after me now. Look, Constable, have you had a bet on Sebastopol Rangers?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have, sir. Actually, of course, you see, I should frown on a venture like this, really, you know, sir. But, well, I mean, without my helmet, sir.
How much did you bet?
Oh, everything, madam. The wife's savings, the kids' piggy banks, and the
Constable,
Yes, sir.
sit down, please.
Thank you
Now,
very much,
sit down there. Now, listen. I want you to get your money back. Every penny of it, call the bet off.
Listen, sir, let me tell you this, sir. This is the first lapse in 30 years, you see. But I need the money, sir. I mean, do you know how much we lads in blue get?
Well, no, but I have seen on the posters that the take-home pay is quite lucrative.
Oh, yes, madam. Well, I mean, if you happen to be head of the CID or head of Interpol, you know, but I mean, my chances of getting out of those positions is sadly diminishing, you know. It's the eyesight, you see.
Constable, get your money back. This match is on the level.
That's what I said to the runner who took my bet. Is this referee bent, he said. I said, now listen, Wilfred, and listen, son, if he were, I should have him up before the big so fast his feet wouldn't touch the ground.
And then you placed your bet.
Well, discreetly, sir. Yeah.
And how many more people are placing bets?
None, sir. I've had him arrested. Well, street betting is illegal, madam.
Yes, but betting shops are legal.
Yes, but I mean, the odds on Sebastopol now, you know, are ridiculous, aren't they? I mean, I'm glad I got in when I did, you know. Well, sir, once again, from one of the lads who patrols in all weathers, make sure you're safekeeping, sir. Thank you very much indeed. No, sir, I'll see me on way out. Thank you, sir. Good night, you, sir.
It's a wonderful thing you're doing, Eric.
What did you say?
It's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Have you gone mad? You're asking me to make Sebastopol Rangers win? Well, I can't do it. I won't do it. I know what I'll tell them. I've got a bad leg.
You won't. You haven't got a bad leg. That's dishonest.
Dishonest?
Yes, well, they'll get another referee.
They'll have to.
Oh, but you can't let them, Eric. Suppose Wood Lane Athletic won. How dare you risk all that money on chance? Money that doesn't belong to you. Where's your integrity?
Integrity?
Yes, integrity.
Yes, integrity. A judgment of Solomon indeed. If Wood Lane Athletic won, it would mean the ruination of all his friends and neighbours. But if Sebastopol Rangers won, they would make money. But he would always be known as the man who fixed the match. What a dilemma.
Yes. Twice I lifted up the phone to cancel it, and twice I put the phone down. right?
Yes.
And the crowds outside, when I opened that door, they surged. They were singing Land of Hope and Glory, E-I-A-D-O. They carried me all the way to the ground.
Yes, he was carried shoulder high to the ground.
Face downwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to recall for you now the last 10 minutes of that memorable match. Well, I'm making just 12 minutes to go in this local derby between Sebastopol Rangers and Wood Lane Athletic, and still no score.
He's cutting it a bit fine, isn't he?
Oh, but if Sebastopol Rangers don't get the ball in the net, it's not his fault.
Well, he could have awarded a few penalties.
Well, how could he? Sebastopol haven't been down the other half yet.
Ricky knows what he's doing.
And now Peters has the ball up to Harvey. Harvey's going through a long, long through ball to Johnson. Johnson's got it. He's scored. It's a goal. Yes, Johnson has scored. Yes, Sebastopol Rangers, after 35 minutes of the second half, are 1 goal up. There's Harvey Johnson, and so's the referee.
Oh, isn't it marvellous? Super!
Get off here! It wasn't me who scored.
You lovely old fuddy duddy.
Listen, if I'd been on duty, I could have had him for that.
Oh, Mrs. Bunn, you wonderful bread maker.
You haven't tasted me donuts yet.
Here, before you lot elope, there's another 8 minutes to go.
Yes, but it's all right for you, isn't it? I mean, you weren't kissed, were you, eh?
Oh, what you do when you're off duty's your own affair.
Oh, isn't there, Eric, a marvellous referee?
Oh, you should always make Ricky wear shorts.
Well, I don't know what the referee is examining the pitch. And now he's looking at the ball, and there's only 8 minutes to go by my watch, and if I didn't know better, I would say he was deliberately wasting time. Now he's gone over to talk to the linesman.
Did you flag?
No, I didn't flag.
You didn't actually flag?
No, I didn't actually
It's a
flag.
perfectly good goal.
It's a perfectly good goal, yes, it is.
And you didn't flag?
I didn't flag, no.
You didn't actually flag? I like the way you keep in this line, Jeffrey.
Yeah, really good, yeah.
Up and down like a ferret.
Yeah, well, listen, all we have is 8 minutes left. You know that? 8 minutes.
Well aware of that.
Yeah,
I've
that's what
got
we
2
have.
watches and one in my back pocket. I'm surprised you haven't heard me tick.
No, I didn't. Rest, there's only 8 minutes to go.
I'm talking.
But we're going.
I'm talking. So you didn't actually flag,
I
Jeffrey?
didn't actually flag.
Right,
No.
thank you. Next. Yes?
You've only got 8 minutes.
You get it. Compass. And 1 goal up. Is that funny?
That's
good lad.
Don't you even have any injury time on me?
We haven't had any injuries.
Not yet, we haven't.
I never think I've been waiting for that. What's your name?
Smith.
How do you spell it?
S-M-I-T-H.
Ah, one of the footballing Smiths. Well, you're in the book, lad. Now get your lads together. Off you go. And you didn't actually flag?
I did not actually flag.
One of these days, you'll have my job.
The Wood Lane Athletic supporters are getting very restless, and no wonder. 1 goal down and only 6 minutes to go. Well, now they've kicked off again. Wood Lane Athletic have got the ball. Wood Lane Athletic has swinging down the field. It's crossed the centre forward. He's controlling. He's scored it to goal, and Wood Lane Athletic have
Oh, what did I tell you? Never again. Never. I'll avert that holiday. The
Stupid idiot, Sykes!
2 minutes ago, old Eric was a marvellous referee.
Oh, shut up.
How dare you?
Well, he tripped over his own feet.
Well, he can't help that!
For goodness sake, look, there's another 8 minutes to go. Be your age, will you? Take matters calmly. Use a little bit of control.
And I didn't like that remark you made about what I do off duty.
He's certainly not messing about now, and once again, Wood Lane Athletic are on the attack. A lovely ball to the centre forward. He's going through on his own. He scored a goal, a brilliant shot. Perkins. He's put Wood Lane Athletic in the lead.
It's offside. Blow your whistle. Blow your whistle. It's offside.
No, it isn't. No, now keep yourself.
It's offside.
That's better.
And there's plenty more where that came from, you know, Greg.
But it wasn't offside.
No, it was a perfectly good goal. Left foot, top right-hand corner.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the final score, as you remember. Sebastopol Rangers 1, Wood Lane Athletic 2.
It was a good goal. A good goal. Left foot. I had the whistle ready for offside. Put it to my mouth.
It was a ship! It was a ship!
There was an inquiry into his refereeing, but he was exonerated. But now I'd like you to know the full story, the real reason for this interview.
Good evening.
Why didn't you blow for offside?
Because it wasn't offside.
Are you calling me a liar?
That's strong-arm stuff. It was offside a mile.
The next bottle of milk you get will be round your ear hole.
You need not expect any more under the counter from me.
We've never had anything under the counter from you.
He knows what I mean.
Milko! Milko! No, come in, Mr. Plod, all of you. Now, listen, I want to tell you something. Before I left for this match, I told you I was going to referee it fairly.
If you were going to referee it fairly, you'd no reason to be there. You should have withdrawn.
That's what I tried to tell you. But you wouldn't let me. You carted me off like a sack of potatoes.
There'll be a few drawn blinds in the street tonight.
All right, I have something to say to you. Now, listen carefully. Whatever money you put out on Sebastopol Rangers, I personally will reimburse you.
Well, I'm first.
Now then, who's first?
Eric, it's not only these people who've had bets, other people have had bets as well.
Anybody had bets on Sebastopol Rangers, I will personally reimburse them.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of another story, of the man who sold his house and all his possessions in order to pay back all those people who bet on Sebastopol Rangers. A story of courage, integrity, faith, and hope.
I think that passed off all right, Mr. Boff. Would you like a lift?
Is this yours?
Yes. We can take you as far as the Ritz.
The Ritz, but I don't understand.
With the odds being what they were, I would have been a mug not to have a bet on Wood Lane, wouldn't I?